Alrighty, we are back with another live stream. We're doing these weekdays, every day, about 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us. Trying to help the community as best we can. Market's pretty slow right now, so not a whole lot to talk about. We'll probably keep this stream relatively short. We're at the same price as we were on Friday. Last week, we haven't done anything. Just a move down, consolidation, waiting for the bigger move ahead. So why the hell are altcoins going down when Bitcoin hasn't moved? It's Bitcoin dominance. Because Bitcoin dominance is so high, 55%, on its way to 56% maybe, or 60% for that matter. This is par for the course. Bitcoin dominance is high, altcoins suffer. As that drops, I would say once we get under 50% for Bitcoin dominance, our alt season is right around the corner, and the pain will cease to continue like this. But as long as Bitcoin dominance is high, altcoins are at the mercy of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin does nothing, altcoins kind of tend to drop or do nothing. And when Bitcoin drops, altcoins tend to get hurt more. Bitcoin goes up, altcoins don't move. Bitcoin goes down, altcoins move harder. Bitcoin dominance needs to fade if we want our altcoins to start to become free. And I think that's still probably a handful of weeks, if not months away. Because if we look at Bitcoin dominance, we've just been on an epic tear since the start of the entire bull run. Right? And think of how strong some coins have done, while Bitcoin dominance has done nothing but go straight up. So once we get an alt season, or even just a breather, and just kind of even do something like this in Bitcoin dominance, where we drop from 5-6%. Altcoins will go berserk. We haven't had anything like that since this entire bull run. And you might wonder why your coins, or some of these coins that you've had last cycle, haven't done anything. And that's exactly why. The ones that are doing better usually have the strongest charts, which is why we color code these green, orange, and red. Green, obviously the best. Orange, relatively cautious, could be better. And red is really, really bad. Hopefully you're not in many of those. But most of the red coins are older coins that have been around more than a full cycle and are just getting stuck, and likely because they already have relatively high market caps and Bitcoin dominance is so high. The newer coins, meme coins, anything, that they came into inception in the past 12 months can do better, because that's where the new money's going, plain and simple. So you want your old coins to do better, Bitcoin dominance must drop, and we just don't have that yet. Our next higher target, if we are to take out the high, is our 2020 lows, around 58%. This is on the weekly chart. We haven't even broken structure of the 21 week yet. We did barely back here, but guess what? Alts were doing well back here, right? From October of 2023 to January of 2024. That's the best alts have done. That period, that phase right there. Imagine when we have a tumble like this. If we move down under 50% or a 9-10% drop over the next 3 months or so, going into the fall, alts will absolutely explode. All of them, especially the ones that have the strongest charts. And that's why we're doing these live streams, to try to get you out of the red and into more green charts. The strongest charts tend to remain the strongest. Certainly when the trampoline effect for alt season comes around, you want to be in the most green possible. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Super chat. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Rockstar. All right, let's get to some requests. We'll keep this one. The markets are doing jack all. So let's stick to some requests. We'll get to that. And if the market remains quiet all this week, we'll just keep these short and sweet, and do some requests, and I'll kind of shut up for the most part. Let you do the talking. All right, so let's get to our first request. Myro by Rockstar Super Chat over there. Let's maybe get on to crypto and not the stock market. There we go. So Myro, green chart, by the way. We've already done this. We think we did this last week as well. So again, relatively newer chart. Also green, right? The bottom right at the 21 week, look at that. The fib extension The 1618 is just above $1.12 here, and that's just this short-term move from March to our lows of April. So for our next, get to our highs, we got another roughly 2x. Get to their 1618, we're looking at just over a 5x away, 5.5x, 450%. Let's see. I think we talked last week, and this is where we'd want to hold, or we are at risk of turning this chart orange, but I think we give it the benefit of the doubt because look at the uptrend here. I mean, it's basically done nothing but go up, take a breath, around the 8 week, go up again, take a breath, a little bit deeper breath this time, but we held the 21 week, the yellow line, and now we're back up and trying to hold the 8 week EMA. Let's drop down to like a shorter time frame so we can get some more data here. And now we see we're kind of on the pivotal edge here, where the bulls can remain in bigger charge. We've already put in a higher low, or excuse me, a lower high than what we saw in March. So it's time to pay attention if the bulls are going to remain in, big charge and the uptrend remain intact. We really like to hold this 21 EMA on the 3-day chart here. Really, the worst case I would like to see if we go down a little bit lower, right? You could see that area right there from 19.5 to 18.5, 18 cents. Previous swing highs, resistance, break through it. Maybe we see just a throwback right there. The EMA 34 is right there, just under 20 cents. But you don't want to stay under here long because that's also our previous range highs back here. Flip to support here. So we really want to hold this as support. So if we're down here, make it pretty quick here. So we have this 3-day candles, right? When we close this, we want to be on our way back to the upside or maybe spend at most this week down here, but not long. Otherwise, we risk of being trapped down here. So let's hold just around that 20 cent mark and we'll see how this plays out. But good first request. Uptrend still looks great, right? Don't lose sight of that. Let's drop down to the daily real quick. Let's look at like the Gaussian channel. Gaussian channel is still good. Median line down here, right in that same zone. So that's where I would get my first alert. So maybe you want to like right click an alert, set an alert down there around like maybe 20 cents. We need to hold that. This area of support on the 3-day chart needs to hold on the daily as well. All right. CSC coin. Casino coin. Sounds like a game changer. No pun intended. Do we have any data on this? I assume this is the one. Let's look at a different exchange. Maybe we got more data. There we go. All right, so there's the daily. Let's zoom out to the weekly to start with. So weekly Gaussian's green. We're above the Gaussian. We're above the 21 week. Looks good. Higher highs week over week over week. Really, since last summer, over the past year, we've still continued to make higher highs. Good sign. All right. What do we want to see? Just continue the trend, right? Don't really have any kind of specific levels to see for support and resistance here. We obviously don't want to go way the hell back down here. But a lot of range, just kind of range bound here. Waves. Not going much anywhere. But facts are the facts. You're putting in higher highs, and that's a good thing. We don't want to give that up. So again, worst case, the 21 week right here. I would kind of note that as the pivot point. If we lose that, we might put in, test these range lows again. That's a ways down though, right? So we're looking at 20% all the way down to the 21 week. So not likely. Not likely we're coming down here. 50% discount. Don't think we're getting that again, especially with this structure. Might be worth just looking at let's look at the pivot lows here. Right, put it on closing prices. This is a good way to draw trend lines and not use candle wicks or candles at all. Right, put it on a closing price first, and you can get your highs and lows, and then you can put it back on your traditional candle chart. But look at that parallel channel there. Right, so something like that, and this is how you can accurately draw trend lines, or not draw them. Right, you just make sure you got touch points, make sure they're as accurate as possible, and go back and forth. There you go. So obviously in a parallel channel, you can even draw like an equidistant, right? And they make this tool over on the left-hand side there that draws this for you. But as you're in this upper tier of a parallel channel, it's much more bullish, kind of like the Gaussian channel. We turn that on, and you're in the upper half, see the median line? You can think of this on a parallel channel as a median line. You're more bullish in the upper half than the lower half. That should be obvious. But you can just loosely see that right there, how we're trying to battle that. So that's the EMA 8, really. Hold that, and the likelihood of making another higher high is on the cards. Another good request, a new one. I would give this a green rating. No reason not to. Right? Flirting with range highs. Above the EMA 8. Looks good. A move about 500% off of the lows for the pumps, so that's good. All right, we'll leave this there for the next time I see that requested. All right, link sub 16. Yeah, I put a Chainlink update in our free Telegram group this morning, so you can go check that out. Just join Telegram; it's free. You can go check it out anytime you want. Join us there. I put a little bit of extra content in there. Okay, so Chainlink are looking at our fib retracement here. So from our move of the lows in June to the highs, 23, right? And price is currently at the 236, 1594. So we're right here. Ideally, we got to hold this. Otherwise, we risk getting stuck again like we did for so many weeks right here. Months, really. Early November to late January, almost early February, before we actually broke out here. And you could see that was kind of resistance. We had this painted in like our previous videos, kind of right here. Right, where you kind of this little zone. It's very little, but this is kind of the big pivot area where if Link gets stuck in here and closes, now we still have 6.5 days, the entire week, to see if this closes under here. We could wick down. I don't even care about wicks. But if we close under here, we're at risk of falling into this consolidation trap and we just get stuck down here again. I do like the fact that we've come down a couple times and remained on the top of this Gaussian channel on the high side. So right now, that's the 50 week at 1420. Closing prices, we don't want to see lower than 1594. Wicks, we don't want to see lower than 1413. If Bitcoin decides to keep playing these stupid games, we don't want to see Chainlink even go into the Gaussian channel at all. That's a risk. That goes with any coin. The weekly Gaussian channel, you do not want to be messing with in a bull run. It's like tar pits, okay? Just remain in there. So if we go down, 1420 on a wick, 14, where the hell the high side is, it's 14 flat. Right, you can see on the left there, right over here, 1403. That's the high line. And that changes subtly over the days and weeks. The 50 week EM there is right there above it, that green line, which also where we held on these lows. Another good sign. So I wouldn't anticipate that. If we did, that would be a shocker if we go in here. Right? We don't want to take that lightly. That'd be a big oof, so to speak, out of Chainlink. Now, until then, right, we're still bullish. We got back up here. This could just be another range low test like we did last week or a couple weeks before that. So no panic yet. But let me zoom in here. Delete that. Now you can see like a zoomed in version. Right, so we're looking at step 1, the 50 week up in here, right? The EMA 34, previous range highs, something in that for kind of caution. But as long as we close back above like 1630 this week, then you're still leaning bullish. Below that, and we start to open the bearish consolidation maybe again. Evening, Juice. Evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever the hell you are. BNB, great looking chart. Good request. Got it on here. I already saw it on here somewhere. Put it on here. All right, weekly chart for BNB. Look at how well it respects the EMA 8. That's a strong momentum coin. Anytime you can do an uptrend and never even like go below the EMA 8, I mean, look at the closing prices here. What a trend. What a year so far for BNB. Amazing. Let's look at the monthly real quick. Look at that. All-time highs for BNB. How many coins are at all-time highs? Not too many. BNB is there. Look at the monthly here. Amazing. And that's just really happened since October. Look, it was at $200. For the market cap of BNB to move 3x in 5-6 months is remarkable. Great looking chart. Rockstar, even on the monthly, even on the weekly. I mean, now we're looking to really get into the stratosphere of price discovery, and nobody who the hell knows, right? Maybe we retest this low, kind of retest these backs, these swing highs like this. We come back down to 600. That would be kind of a buy opportunity, and spring out from there. Back to we don't have to. Shit, we could. If Bitcoin cooperates, I could see this knocking on the door of 700-800 relatively quickly here. Again, price discovery, you don't want to fade too much. Certainly on one that's made this powerful of a move and one that's been around this long. Probably the best coin in all of crypto that's seen a full cycle before. There's no other coins that are around last cycle that did the whole cycle that's doing anything like this. Besides maybe Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's still doing pretty good. For BNB and Bitcoin, if you hold the B's, you're an A. You can only get those jokes here. Nobody can be that lame. All right. BNB is looking great. I mean, anybody trying to fade that, I don't know why. Even the 3-day chart, a little bit of a head fake breakout, but maybe we just back test even 620. Even all the way down to 600, I still wouldn't get bearish, right? Look at how it holds that. Now, if you close under that 21 week on the 3-day chart, realize there's something off, right? That would be the anomaly. We haven't done that in since November of 2023. So that would be a key if we ever start to close under that. All right. Taylor Swift coin. It's down here somewhere. A chart. Just get to it. All right, another good looking one here. Check this out. Move to the range highs. Just close its all-time highs right there, or at least range highs. A little bit of a head fake out so far, just like we see with BNB, just because of victim of Bitcoin, no big deal. I would look to test this if we come back down and hold, just because of the nice move here. 50, you see the level, right? That's definitely it. Let's go out to the weekly. The EMA 8, that's right there, right? Most of these coins, surprisingly, shockingly, the strong coins all have similar levels and similar structures, right? Are you following the notes here? Right, these are the coins you want to be in, not the red charts. Look at all the green we have now. I think we've got even more. So we have 69, your mom's favorite number, of green coins. We have 33 reds, 55 oranges, and we want to decrease the reds we see, decrease the oranges we see, and increase the greens. So we'll see. We'll keep tracking that over the weeks. Okay, so. Nothing abnormal here. Looking good. Still climbing up. All your moving averages are still increasing. You're at range highs for your moving averages. Remove the price. Look at the EMA 8 on the red. Right, it's higher than it's been. All bull run. Great sign. 1618 up at the 1.5 cent mark. Still looking about 150. Right, 2.5x away. Not bad, but that's our next area of interest. Look at the daily. Now we're looking here. Still good. Trying to turn that red Gaussian back green. Probably could take another week or so. I'd probably get, as long as prices remain above this zone, we can just drag this out. Just remain above the 21-day EMA, and this will likely turn green, and we can make a new higher high. Looks good. All right. All right, fetch. Let's get to fetch. All right, fetch is currently at the 200-day EMA. So this is where a pivot point is. We got to hold here, right? You don't want to be messing with your 200-day if you want the bigger bulls to stay in charge. It's not a huge deal if we close under it. It just likely would mean more consolidation in the weeks ahead. It's not anything ultra bearish, but you start to definitely pivot from the ultra bullish at least. You would definitely have to have an open mind about a longer term hold here. And which, like, if you're in any of these coins, right, I don't think anyone's like in the mindset of trying to exit right now, right? I think we have some time ahead to rebuild this, but this is definitely the pivot point if we want fetch to remain in a, one of the top performers, which it has been this whole cycle. Been great, right? We're looking at fetch at 19 cents. Okay, this is already well above most coins this cycle, and this is a key point. We need to hold the $1.60, $1.65 area. We've tested range lows much lower than this. Going back to March, we went lower than this. Going back in April, we went lower than this. So we can wick anywhere, but we don't want to close under the 200 week. That's where we start to get much more like stuck, right? Potentially for weeks even. Here's the 3-day in the Gaussian channel. Worst case here is $1.50. We don't want to close under that and really focus on the weekly. You can see this is where we've now seeing some maybe trouble for the first time in fetch's really a whole run. We closed under the 21 week. Go back in history, where have we seen that happen before? It hasn't. Since October, it's been going up very, very good. Like, it was 1,600% move from the October lows. That outperformed the majority of the market. So now we have our first sign of fetch's potential weakness, because we didn't see it back here in February on the lows and the retest. That actually held very nicely. Previous range highs flipped to range lows. Look at all the tests here. Held great. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however way you want to look at it, fetch took off like a rocket here. So there's no support areas, right? We have nothing to go off of here. You could go all the way back here and look at 90 cents. I don't think anybody wants to see fetch back at 90 cents. I don't think it would go back there. I think we're probably in the final stages of kind of altcoin accumulation here. If you look at the total, we can look at after this, the altcoin market cap, it looks like it wants to go. So we can go do that right now. But fetch really kind of needs to hold right around this area. We can go down a little bit lower this week with a wick, but ideally we'd like to close within the next week or two back above the 21 week $1.87-ish or so. What you definitely don't want to see is the EMA 8 cross the 21. That's when big trouble starts, or at least long-term consolidation. So we don't want to see fetch get stuck. So it's a pivotal time for it right now. Now, having said that, let me go look at the total altcoin market cap, which I wanted to show you something here. If you're like getting frustrated with the price action, again, we looked at this in our Telegram group this morning. Altcoin total 3, right? Let's go look at this. Look at the monthly. We'll keep this real short. Let me get back to your requests. So we don't need the Gaussian channel. But look at this cycle compared to last cycle, and you tell me where you think we are. So look at the similarities, right? From where we are now, we crossed the EMA 8, the red line, up, and we're kind of alternating here. Red, green, green, red, green, red. We're still trying to find our footing. This is altcoins, top 125 altcoins. Underneath previous range highs, right? All-time highs last cycle, 2021. Consolidating just above the EMA 8. Look at this, back from 2020, right before altcoins started going batshit crazy. Get back above your EMA 8, just below all-time highs, consolidating, red, green, green, red, green, green, testing the EMA 8. Look what comes next. A breakout to all-time highs, and then just pedal to the metal. Look how similar these look. EMA 8 crosses the yellow, consolidation, little hesitation for a couple of months. These are monthly candles. EMA 8 crosses the red, red crosses yellow, consolidation for a couple of months. It's coming. Might not be this week, might not be next month, but in the months ahead, I think a green tidal wave of altcoin flourishment is on the horizon. So don't lose sight yet. All right, dollar cost average on red days is the way to do it. Doing nothing if your coins aren't down, you're not selling. You're dollar cost averaging into bull markets. All right. Star Atlas. I've been tracking Star Atlas. Funny you say that. I've been looking at Star Atlas since 2023. I have it written down. I keep like a little journal of coins I track. I don't think I've ever seen somebody request Star Atlas. Having said that, I don't know what the symbol is. I don't even have it written down. Now, I'm assuming it's Star. Like, wow, you've been tracking it. Well, you don't know the symbol yet, bud. I don't think that's it. I need to go to the Coin Market Cap. Spelling is hard. Atlas, of course. Samsonite. I was way off. So $54 million market cap, ultra low market cap. Ranked number 600. Let's get to the right one. All right, back to the weekly. All right, do I own any of this? No. But I've been tracking it, right? It's not in the greatest of charts looking, right? We just took out lows on the weekly chart. We just put in a lower low. That's not a good sign. We've taken out range highs previously. This is one that's still a little stuck. I had some high hopes for this one, but you can tell because I didn't know the DM symbol that I kind of stopped tracking that. But I did have it written down. I just looked at that before we started this stream. I just thought that was funny that you requested that. But Star Atlas, right? This is I want to say a C chart, a red chart, but it's kind of looking that way, right? Let's look at the Gaussian channel. It's now just closed back under the median line. It's looking pretty bad, honestly. Lower low on the weekly. Let's look at the pumps from the October lows. What we kind of do on all the coins. It's still got a chance to go. We did 11x lows to highs, but it's just like really faltered here as of late. So 70 down 77% still. My dog's having a panic attack. Hang on. All right, hang on a second. My dog's like vomiting. All right, he's good. He's got it up now. A little throw up. I don't know, panic attack. I don't know what was going on. He's all right. All right. Yeah, let's chalk this up to red for now. Hopefully, it can turn back to maybe orange if we at least get back above the 400 mark. Got to get back up somewhere, and then we'll green light it again. But until then, could stay stuck in the mud. It's a red chart. I don't see anything great about it. Potential's there because it has a low market cap, right? It could definitely use that. But I mean, look at the daily, the 3-day. It's underneath the Gaussian channel, so it's probably gonna turn this red. Did I not unmute it? Shit. Okay, we're good. I pressed it. Autopilot. Do I have anybody on the stream anymore? Yeah, there's still some people here. We're good. All right. Really well polished live stream. FTM. All right, where else are we at? 3-day chart. Let's move out to the weekly. Like to start there. Battling the 21 week, where we have pretty much every week for the past couple of months on FTM above the Gaussian channel, above range highs. Still good there. You can see our pivot level here, though. This is where we would pick up much more bullish behavior, I would guess, once we take out, what, 110? Nice moves. Still good. Battling the 21 week. I'd say B chart for now, but it's close to A. Right? We just got to get back above like 75, 77 cents, something like that. So we're orange for now. Picking up. Still looking okay. All right. CKB. Another green chart. Still green. Range highs. Got to get back to the 786. We're still above the 21 week. If we close under the 21 week, we'll probably downgrade this to orange. But until then, we're still good. So that 21 week is at 15. Excuse me, one and a half cents. You wish it was at 15 cents, huh? Speaking of that, where's the 1618? It's at 30 cents. So we're looking at a nice little 19x there, potentially, right? We like it. Check the market cap on that. Wick down. If we go down to this 1.3, right, the 618, we just did that about a month ago in late April. We wicked down to the 618. So we're looking to kind of flag formation here. Nice little move up. All right, this looks fine. We just got to hold there, and then we can, catapult, right? This will be probably another big mover. All right, nice move here, right? Yeah, well over 1,000%. So this will probably move big again once alt season kicks, or at least Bitcoin dominance just switches course a little bit. Coins like this that did really well will likely do that again. Man, remember these kind of moves happened when Bitcoin dominance was just consolidating. If Bitcoin dominance actually drops big time, like you'll see, especially with this pattern, right? I would put this as one of the bigger movers once Bitcoin dominance rolls. It's probably still weeks or months away. Patience. But this is a good one. As long as it holds the 21 week, I think this will move pretty bigly. All right, Penguin. Oh, we already got it here. Another probably one of the strongest charts we've looked at today so far. It's at, all-time highs, consolidating high and tight. You don't give any of the move away, right? You just go up here and consolidate sideways. Great sign of strength. Barely even testing the 21 week. And even our low wick, we didn't even get there. Good sign. That would be where I'd want to hold the line. There's range lows. Zoom in here. All these low closes. Look at that. Double tap there, double test. Right at the 21 week. Absolutely should hold the line there. If it doesn't, that would be definitely a sign of concern because we haven't done that at all. That would be the first really sign of weakness out of this that it's ever had. So let's not anticipate that, right? Give credit where credit's due. This is definitely strong. If we go under 39 cents, that would be a potential warning. Not necessarily with a wick, right? We've done that many times, but closing under that. Just like all these strong coins right now are kind of at the critical phase if they're going to hold their bullish momentum. And remember, keep in mind that altcoin list, right? We looked at total 3. It looks like something huge is coming in the next couple of months, okay? Don't lose sight. Don't get shaken out at this point. Good Lord. Continue to dollar cost average on red days your favorite coins. I generally recommend about 5% red. So if you're like, look at CKB, it's down 5% today. If that's your favorite coin, dollar cost averaging a little bit more on 5% red days should generally pay off pretty well in 6-12 months from now, wherever the cycle ends. This coin included. I mean, look at that. You want to miss out on another 350% move, right? It's in really price discovery up here, right? We're just consolidating at all-time highs. That's what more could you ask for? Great looking coin. Great looking chart. One of the best we've seen. Having said that, your MACD has just crossed down, but these can have little fake outs, right? It's just a bit of a breather here. So ideally what we'd like to see is just something like that. We start to maybe even go down a little bit more and then just less and less and less. And then that turns back green and then goes back up again. All right. MACD is just a momentum, and it's probably my least favorite indicator. It has so many fake outs. One of my favorite indicators is the Fisher transform on the weekly. And this one is, you could probably take a lot away from it, but this has had a trigger down and now running parallel. But what we can also do is you can do, trend lines in here as well. So we'd like to see this hold maybe another week or two, like I said. And then we bounce up and then, break out into a, new momentum upswing. So look for that. Or if it breaks, right, realize there's nothing here. If the 21-week breaks, we're probably going down a little bit, maybe to these range highs. I don't like it, but maybe catch us, right? We're still a ways down. For something this strong, another 10% is to the 21-week. I think we're good, right? I definitely wouldn't anticipate something like that. Not with a strong chart like this. All right, what else we got? Anything else? More requests. 19 people, rocking strong. Market's pretty boring. Sorry, I can't make it more eventful for you. Don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Even the requests, there's very few green coins right now. And the coins that are down are only down a handful of percentage, so it's not like there's anything spectacular going on. AMP is up 7%. That's pretty cool. Injective is up 5%. That was good. Not a whole lot up. These live streams will be more exciting when the market's exciting. That should be fun. Bitcoin shorts are up 20%. What's that about? Gaussian channel. Red. There's Bitcoin shorts, what we've been looking at. If you never looked at this, if you didn't know this existed, you can follow the people shorting Bitcoin. Range lows. Nothing really to take away here. Still in a downtrend. All right. George. We can do render and sell since I didn't do it in our Telegram group. I was going to do it after the stream, I promise. All right, so render. Holy hell. Let's get to some fibs, huh? All right, weekly on the render, as your grandma would say it. The 618, retrace, look at the wick, 21-week EMA. Wouldn't be surprised if we tag that again, maybe briefly. It's not too far away. 21-week, likely going to hold for render. Any kind of strong coin. Render's one of the best charts since the start of this bull run. Tag of the 21-week, hold. Tag of the 21-week, hold. Tag of the 21-week, hold. You guessed it. Around the 850 mark, 840. Also look at the 382 from the bigger swing low. Same level. That's pretty pivotal. 844. Probably pick some more up there. Tried to pick some up last week on that low wick when we had that ultra volatility. Think that'll play out well in the future. 1618 for render to the upside. Next kind of hesitation level and price discovery. $22. Beyond that, we got 50, 110, 180. And I think in the macro scale, it's even higher. So all the way back to highs, and then we have 2,000, not likely. 65. So somewhere in 65 to 50 area for when we get real happy, alt season. On our move down here, I mean, why look at anything else at the 618? That looks like a pretty pivotal point. Let's look at the monthly. We got to clear this out. I can't see anymore. All right, monthlies, like what's not to like here? Right, looks kind of like Bitcoin. Kind of previous above range highs, testing EMA 8. It's loading. Right, this is, you're not going to fool me. Right, this is like just consolidation before non-consolidation. Looks great. Looks great to me. On the macro perspective, right? Day to day is like for the birds. I don't care. Weekly still looks great. Lower high, kind of concerning, but I mean, like what's not down from the March highs right now besides BNB? BNB's not. But this one, still one of the strongest charts in crypto. I mean, go back to October lows. Not many charts can match that move. Very few. And then if you're like, oh, my coin does, well, how about from the start of the run? Go to 2023. There's probably a handful of coins in all of crypto that have gone up from their December lows to a max of 30, over 35x, right? That's a strong chart. Those are the ones you want to be in. Likely will continue to outperform if and when we ever get an actual alt season and Bitcoin dominance can just shut the hell up. And we don't have it yet. So accumulating more render in hopes for, said extension to triple digits. What was the other one, George? I should know this by now. Solana, of course. It's another green chart, of course. I still can't find it, of course. It's right underneath render. Hello. All right, looking pretty similar render as well, right? A little bit lower high, consolidation. EMA 8 weekly, tags of the 21 week, consolidation before the next move higher. All-time highs, 250, 260. Do I think Solana's going to hit the 1618? Probably not. That's a hell of a high market cap. Not saying it's impossible, but I think 500 to 600 areas is more realistic. Maybe knock on the door of 1,000 if everything goes Solana's way. But yeah, not a whole lot to look at here. I guess we could look at like a fib retracement if you want. Assuming that the local top is in for now. I don't know where we even want to go off of here. Go with this low. So you have the 236, kind of pretty pivotal level, which we've already hit, right? That might be enough for Solana. 115. I'd just really focus on the 21 week. If we go down there, getting more. If you're a fan of Solana, right? 236 retracement seems like a pretty good area. I mean, swing high wicks to swing low wicks already. Obviously, that's probably the level, right? Looking good. Oh, look at that. We got our 200. I think that's our 200 week finally coming in for Solana for the first time ever. We just got it closed at $61. So if you bought Solana under $61, you're probably safe for eternity. From this point, I don't think we're going back under that. See what else we got. Don't see anything else really in the charts. Fisher transform. Above zero. Trigger buy. Don't really have a lot to go on here. Just consolidating still. Like past month, Solana's just kind of been on chill. Loading for the next spring. Aave. Haven't had that one in a bit. Aave's in the orange zone. Look at the difference. See the differences in what we just looked at versus this one, right? This is beneath the moving averages. Not great. It's below the 100 week. Not great. It rejected right there on the pump. That's also not a good sign. And I would guess this Gaussian channel is right there, right? We're on the weekly Gaussian. This is the pivot point for AVE to hold or turn red. This would be the exit. $85. If we go back under 80, if we close under 85, it's a red chart and exit. And it's borderline red now because we're underneath the moving averages. But we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll remain orange as long as it can hold here. And this Gaussian channel continues up, right? Maybe come down a little bit more if we do. Then go up, right? Just kind of put in these higher lows as we round out. And then we can go on our merry way here. Right? Let's hope for a hold of this Gaussian channel and it keeps going up, something like that. Or just, go up higher and kind of flip that and go harder sooner. Fine, great. But this median Gaussian channel on the weekly is definitely going to be a pivot level to, failure. Or are we going to hold on to it? And the 3-day chart doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. We're in the lower section of the Gaussian here. We're underneath the 200 EMA, this pink line. Not great there either. So this is like B minus, borderline red at this point. Just over the past week or two, really needed to hold right there, around $100, and now we're back under it. I think I got all the requests. Did I miss anything? 46 minutes. It's kind of boring days. Nothing's happening. Bitcoin shorts is skyrocketing. It's now up 35%. We'll see if we get a play out of that. See some liquidations if Bitcoin bounces here. Go look at Bitcoin real quick. Let's look at the hour. This is a 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. Back to consolidation where we've been for 3 days now, since Friday afternoon. We're back to those prices. A little too much too quick. Need to hold somewhere in here. Look at the 4 hour. Yep, still just playing in the mud, doing nothing. 4 hour chart back underneath the median Gaussian channel. So we tried to get bullish. We tried to hold the median, and now we've just been slipping, right? We closed under here. That was a warning, right? Now we're back under here. So where could we go from here? Let's look at our 4 hour fib retracement here. Let's drag this out. So we're playing in the sand here. It's at 69.2. Look at the 0.5. So we're trying to hold that line. Go down to the bottom of the Gaussian channels, the 618. Maybe that'll be the bottom. It would be a macro on the 4 hour chart. Higher low wick. If we can come down here, fake everybody out, 68.6, and then start to work out from there. That would like liquidate all those shorts, all the people shorting right now. Imagine we come down here, they get excited, leverage long, and then a bounce. I'm always in favor of Bitcoin doing what's most unexpected, right? Whatever wrecks the most people, Bitcoin likely does. So people get confident, start to short, especially if we go lower. People pile in late, and then tap off the 618, retrace, and see you later, Sam. We'll see if that plays out. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the stream. All right, kind of slow. Appreciate the super chat. We'll kind of wrap it up there. Relatively short today, but there's not much going on. We'll do it again tomorrow. And hopefully see you then. Or at least you hope to see me then. We need a stream where I can see all of you. Maybe that might be too scary. All right. We'll wrap it up on the scary thought. And I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. See you in Telegram. Go join us Telegram. All right.